Hello. My name is Lisa DeCure, and I am a resident here and am currently living in Castlegate community. And I would just like to speak to the council about the seriousness of this issue and that it is not just happening in apartments and in dumpy student housing. This is an issue that has affected my family in an extremely tragic and significant way. We had lived in a rental house over by Sam's Club, a nice house near Raintree, and became very, very ill. We had I have 4 small children. We had chronic fungal rashes, respiratory infections, eye infections, ear infections, sinus infections, and then it became terrifyingly neurological. They thought I had MS. I went to doctor's appointments and had scans of my brain and my back. I lost function in half of my body, and they could not figure out what was wrong. Our doctor finally said that she had seen this once before in a family that was suffering from mold toxicity. We paid out of pocket $850 because our landlord would not to test our house because it had had flooding in the master bathroom as well as a leaking roof in my child's bedroom. The mold came back as toxic, and our landlord said, go ahead and move out because he would have no problem finding new renters, and all he would have to do is paint over it. We tragically got rid of nearly every item we owned and moved. We knew we had to move somewhere expensive, safe, and new because we could not handle this again. And so we moved into Castlegate, where we pay a very high amount of money for rent. A few weeks ago, I heard sizzling under the sink and opened the cabinets. To my horror, I discovered a plug that had a black ring above it that had been burning. It was not properly installed. Water had been pouring down into the plug and into the wall and out for possibly years. To my horror, a handyman came and started ripping it out. We again paid for pathology for the mold to discover that it is neurotoxic black mold. Our family's health is in shambles, absolute shambles. I have a child that is having seizure activity. We have paid thousands of dollars in medical bills, and our landlord again has said, just move out. He will have no problem. There is such a housing crisis that there is no accountability. I talked with Jeff with Restoration One, and he said that he does this all day long. He goes into houses, not just apartments and dumpy places, and meets with families who are suffering from mold toxicity and who the landlords say, it's fine, just move out because they can find new tenants, no problem. And these problems, these very serious, deadly molds are being covered up. And my children have been affected. We are looking at now losing all of our belongings again. My health has been severely impacted in a way that I've developed neuropathy in my hands and feet, and some of the things may be permanent. And I don't know even what to do. I don't know what rights are mine. It has all been on us to fight and to pay. And just moving out and finding a new rental is very challenging with 4 small children because we can't even find a new rental that doesn't have mold. So my urgency is to you guys to take this seriously and to put this on the docket because this is a crisis in our city. It is not just in low income or run down places, which that's horrific. We are a family that has a support and community of so many people coming around us, and I literally feel like I'm hardly going to live through this because it has been so traumatic and our health has been so destroyed and my children are not okay. And so this needs to be put in place for our whole city because this is happening in nice, beautiful neighborhoods that should be safe. Everywhere should be safe. Everyone should have a safe place to live. But this is a crisis, and as our story has been shared, hundreds of people have come forward and found me on social media and different things and shared their stories. This is truly a crisis that we're facing here, and if my story can be used to help understand the severity, to help landlords and apartment complex owners know that mold is not just yucky mold. If you do pathology and you test that, it is neurotoxic and it will kill you. And I have pathology reports, I have blood work done on me and my children and samples to show that this is in our bodies, and I have doctors who are medical doctors who are saying this is what is happening to you. And so this is a very real crisis and needs to be taken seriously, especially after we had so much water damage from the freeze that happened here, that there has to be accountability on landlords, not just on tenants, to fight for this and to fight for truly safe living conditions. And so I just urge you to put this on your docket and to take this seriously, as there are many families who could stand here and say what I'm saying, and it is horrific. So I thank you for your time.
Thank you.